Alright, welcome everyone. So Heroscape here today with an exciting update number 37. I can't tell you how amazing today's update is. It's incredible. Alright, so we have got a lot to cover. There are, in fact, 10 figures. Now, not 10 designs. There is a squad in there. But 10 figures that was promised to us, and they delivered. And boy, did they deliver. Oh my gosh, it's so cool. So let's jump right in and just start talking. Let's see these guys. First up, Cornelius Breach, the derelict prince, has ever been a jagged thorn in the sides of the Dawn Raider captains. He does little to mask his ambitions, break ranks, and foils contracts whenever it may serve his wicked plans. His fabled blade, the Butcher's Cleaver, has put low many a soul, reaping a harvest across Valhalla. Some believe that his day will come due when the dredgy he leaves in his wake catch up to him, but few realize he welcomes that reckoning and the moment he can rise ascendant over all of the Dawn Raiders and bend their knees to his master Ukar's throne. And here he is. This guy is dope. I love his huge blade, and I have no idea what his species is. We will find out, but this guy is some form of, maybe Minotaur, actually. Maybe, well, his head doesn't look like a Minotaur, but he's got the hooves and the body build. Maybe, no, I don't know. Maybe. The head, he looks more like an ox with his head than he does a Minotaur, but I'm not sure. Anyway, well, I guess Minotaur are kind of like oxen. Actually, yeah, Minotaur like cow, oxen. Yeah, I don't know. So he looks legit. I mean, his muscles are huge. He actually looks like he's got a gas mask on, or a gas mask around his neck, so that's interesting. He got some canisters, but basically he's just going around cleaving stuff. So I think he's going to have cleave. I think that makes the most sense, based off of what they said. I mean, his sword is called the Butcher Cleaver, so it totally makes a lot of sense that he would have that as an ability. Not much more to say here on him, other than I find it really interesting that the backstory talks about him basically undermining the Dawn Raider Syndicate. I think that's super cool to have the depth of lore enough that, some of these people, are undermining their own groups, right? Their own leaders, right? So he's a member of the Dawn Raider Syndicate, but the fact that he's trying to overthrow it and take command for himself and, clearly follows Utkar, I just think that's so interesting. And the Dawn Raider Syndicate is a very intriguing group, so very exciting stuff. On to the unique squad. Knaves of the Silver Scimitar give no quarter and expect none in return. Members of the Silver Scimitar take contracts based on the promise of whetted blades and scores of plunder. And Valkyrie Revna, promises this in spades. For the Knaves of the Silver Scimitar, ideals like honor and code are just foolish words used by other members of the Dawn Raider Syndicate, who lack the stomach. These rapscallions draw steel even before the order is given to attack, raiding with a taste for bloody carnage and hunger for the quick kill. And as the warnings of attack sounds alarm, the knaves disappear once more into the fog of war to stalk their next victims and hunt more loot. That is cool. Let's take a look at them. And here they are. These guys look legit, right? We actually have seen this guy. This guy is confirmed as well at the beginning of the announcement. Again, we don't really know the species, but humanoid, we got some pointy ears. This guy's got 3 fingers versus this guy who's got 5, it looks like. So no, not human, probably elf or dark elf or half elf. This very long pointy ears, so again, probably elf or half elf. This kind of looks like a grut, not a grut, but some sort of humanoid orc dude. So yeah, actually, here's some more detail on that other guy. So yeah, those look like goblin ears, some form of goblin or orc. So that's interesting. And they all have these gas masks. Well, not all of them. Well, yeah, he does. Does she? No, she doesn't. He does. And then he obviously does. It's on his head. So very interesting consistencies there with the gas masks. I'm wondering if there's been some sort of chemical warfare, which, seems possible, right? With so many high-tech, things. I mean, we had Deathwalker 9000 explosions and, machinery, machinery and stuff. So, like, it's not out of the realm of possibility that there could be chemical warfare in the Age of Annihilation, and some of that is warranted to have these gas masks. Additionally, it's possible that these canisters on their belts are some sort of gas grenades, right? And so if it's a part of how they fight, it would make sense that they have gas masks. Additionally, if you think about what it said about them phasing out, as soon as the alarm bells are rung, they disappear. They could have some sort of smoke screen ability. In fact, these do look like smoke screen canisters. If you've ever played Call of Duty, that actually looks like a smoke screen canister. So there may be some ability, I'm going to guess, where after they attack, if they destroy a figure or if they do a wound to a figure, you can move them up to 2 spaces and then activate smokescreen or something, which I'm just going to say is probably they can't be attacked from non-adjacent attacks for the next turn, right? Or until you reveal an order marker or something like that, which I think would be super cool and is a pretty easy way to show that through an ability, smokescreen, right? Where you just say, hey, if they kill something and they run away, they don't have visible hit zones. Now, if you get next to them, obviously you can attack them, but that's what I'm thinking. Additionally, they're running in, as fast as possible to make a kill. So again, there could be some sort of charging assault type ability where, they get extra movement to reach their target. Or maybe just they do a lot of damage. Like they each have 2 blades and this guy's got 4. So I'm guessing they might be a double attack squad. So, I mean, it's a 4-man squad. Giving a 4-man squad double attack would be nuts. I mean, that's 8 attacks potentially, but I mean, it's a unique squad. So you got to make them a little bit, a little bit strong. So anyway, I like him. I think there's a lot to think about here. Marrow-Chop, Mind Whisperer, sees deep into the thoughts of the weak-minded, sowing doubt, breeding dissent, playing in their heads like a master of puppets. The Dryon Magi hold within their life-born order many various disciplines of the arcane arts. Some, like Marrow-Chop, dig deep straight into the roots of their enemies' souls and manipulate the purest essence of their very beings. On the battlefields of Valhalla, it is common to witness her allies perform near miracles of prowess in her presence. Interesting. And even more common to watch as her enemies turn their swords and axes back towards their former comrades. Many have tried to strike Marrow-Chop, Mind Whisperer, down to stop her voice scratching around in their heads, but only discover a strange power emanating from her staff that deflects their mortal blows, further driving them mad. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. I think there's some very clear abilities here that are at play. And here she is. We actually saw her as well at the beginning of Heroscape announcement. So we've seen the miniature and the design, which looked pretty freaking cool. Again, this is Dryon Lifeborn Order. These Magi are just so dope. I mean, check her out. She is looking gnarly, man. I mean, that is so awesome. She almost looks like it says she kind of puppeteers people, and I was going to say she actually kind of looks like a puppet herself. Like each of these sections of her legs, almost as if they're being held together by a thin sinew, right? She kind of looks like a puppeteer herself. So really, really cool. Whoa. Oh, no, okay, that's just like braids at the end. Okay, I thought they looked like snakes or something, but no, those aren't snakes. Yeah, really cool stuff. So I actually want to, the miniature's neat, but I actually want to go back to some of that description. Notice here that it says digs deep straight into the roots of their enemies' souls and manipulates their purest beings. Many are found to turn against their allies. So I think this is very clearly, Mind Flayer Mastermind or Werewolf Lord. I think this is very clearly a mind control ability, right? Now, she's not taking permanent control. I think this is a temporary control, so I think it's just like the Mind Flayer, where, Mind Flayers enslave, right? Where you basically just roll the d20. If you roll 17 or higher, you can take a turn with your enemy's unit, right? And then you can do whatever you want. You can dump them in lava. You can attack, their own units. I think that's going to be exactly how this operates. They probably just call it something else. Maybe make it work a little bit differently, right? Maybe the die roll's lower. Maybe she can do multiple figures. Maybe it can be common figures and not just unique figures. They're leaving it open. But the other thing here is that it says when they try to stop her voice, she has a strange power from her staff that deflects their mortal blows. So that's pretty dope. I think she's going to have 3 powers. So she's going to have like some sort of enslavability, clearly. She's going to have the ability to save herself, which I think could probably just be some sort of d20 ability, right? Where if she takes damage, she rolls a d20 and is protected, right? And then the last one was, where was it? The last one is going to be an aura ability. Let's see. Okay, yeah. On the battlefield, it is common to witness her allies perform near miracles of prowess in her presence. That's nuts, okay? Because that's a very strong wording for the buff that she's giving, right? I mean, we could say people feel enhanced or people are stronger or whatever, but near miracles of prowess in her presence, I think that's going to be a really strong aura ability, right? Some form of attack. I don't think it'll be defense. Defense is a bit OP. Raylan, right? So I think it's going to be some sort of attack ability or movement ability, aura or something. It's just going to be, she's going to be in an aura kind of sit, hold, bonuses for people, command and control. And then, she's hard to take down because she can just save herself. So, pretty dope. I like it. It's hard to lead a cavalry charge if you think you look funny on a horse. Like a sudden violent avalanche of hooves and horns, Hallucia, Cyan of the Wild, charges into battle with the unbridled fury of nature itself, hacking, slashing, and plowing through adversaries at the spear tip of Valorak's legions. His massive form dominates the landscape, towering over the ranks of attackers. He splits apart like cords. His massive form dominates the landscape, towering over the ranks of attackers. He splits apart like cords of seasoned wood. Other Dryan Lifeborn Order quickly follow behind, filling the gap he creates in the enemy's tattered lines, confident that with the Cyan of the Wild at the front of their assault, enemies will find it difficult to rally and strike back against the wave of destruction. Yes, there's a subtle name swap happening. Subtle name swap happening. Hallucia, Cyan of the Wild. This guy we did see, I believe, in earlier reveals, right? We saw, or at least similar reveals. This is freaking amazing. I love centaurs. I absolutely love centaurs, and I'm so happy centaurs are making it in. I mean, that shield. Oh, that is so cool. Like a bark shield. I mean, it looks almost like a jawbone sword. Like, I don't even know. That looks like teeth almost from some thing. I mean, his horns are massive, like an aged-old warrior. Love the vines wrapping around him. Like the cool, jagged, I don't even know, bark or something, stone coming out of his hide. Like, this dude is nuts. I bet his defense is... So I'm thinking like, 7 defense, similar to Brunak, right? This guy actually probably has a pretty good move too. Yeah, like 6 or 7 move. I would say 7 defense. His life, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to do high life with that high defense, right? So it's probably like 4. But this dude is nuts. I mean, it doesn't tell us too much about his abilities, other than, again, he's charging in and breaking the ranks and chopping, people up. So I don't really know exactly how that's implemented. I mean, there's quite a few of those types of units they've talked about, right? Everybody can't have cleave. So there's different ways to implement that. But regardless, I'm just super excited about him. He's awesome. Force of nature to be reckoned with. On their home planet of Arboreus, Grove Keepers protect and defend the Dryon Lifeborn Order's most sacred sites. Interesting. Guarding them from those seeking to defile these places of mystical energy. On Valhalla, Volarak uses Gurushia Grove Keeper as a living wall of razor-sharp thorns as large as a man's arm and vines as thick as tree trunks to deny enemy movements on the battlefield. I like it. Though they may try to chop their way through the wicked tangle of pain that Gurushia places in front of her opponents, she can call upon the raw natural life force of nearby plants to regrow her massive form faster than the axe blade or the torch flame can bite and burn her flesh away. Ooh, I like this. I have some thoughts. Let's look at the miniature. So this is Gurushia, and we did see this one before. I'm pretty positive. This looks very much like what we saw before. So I think we have seen this before. The twine, or not the twine, the wrapping tethers, gosh, I can't think straight. Vines are freaking awesome and very similar to that other guy we saw yesterday, I think, right? Or the day before, where he had it wrapped around him as well. These seem to be embedded in the miniature, though, as part of it, versus the other one I think was just he was holding them, or just it was, constraining him, or somehow cursing him, or, attacking him, or maybe some sort of predatory, leech or parasite. So that could be how these vines operate. And so maybe he's just a part of it, or sorry, she, I think, Gurushia is just a part of it. Then maybe that's where the vines originate, or maybe the vines, have, embedded themselves upon Gurushia. Regardless, really cool game implications that Gurushia stops movement on the battlefield. I think this is probably going to operate similar to the X-17 or the Gladiatrons, right, where all movement is stopped. It might not work exactly the same because that is a super powerful ability, but I mean, reusing abilities, but having them operate in different ways with different miniatures is still super useful. So I could see a reuse ability here on Gurushia. Additionally, let's take a look at what they said about the other ability. I want to point out here at the end, she can call upon the raw natural life force of nearby plants to regrow her massive form faster than the extra blade can cut it away. So I think this is so cool, because I think what this is going to do is it's going to be an ability. It's going to be a regen ability, but when she's next to a tree or bush. I'm calling that right now. Like, it's gonna be regenerate, bush regenerate, or plant regenerate, or tree regenerate, or something to that effect, right? Where it will be, if Gurushia is adjacent to or after taking a turn with Gurushia, if she's adjacent to a plant or tree, remove one, wound marker or something to that effect. Essentially, yeah, she's regrowing her life force and, doing exactly what it's saying here. I think that's going to be an ability that makes so much sense, and that is awesome. All right, we're getting to the epic stuff, you guys. These last two are going to be amazing. 10 facts you didn't know about Wanton Destruction. Zenithrax, the Soul Weaver, is an unfathomably enormous avatar of the raw mystical energies that created our universe, made manifest in the form of a primal apex predator not seen on Arboreus for countless epochs. Wow, okay. A legend even among the Magi of the Dryon Lifeborn Order, Zenithrax personifies the undeniable power of life and death, and being drawn to Valhalla, where the mystical wellsprings are located, has amplified that power almost beyond reason. What? Now Zenithrax dominates the war-torn plains as an indomitable harbinger of Valarax absolute determination, bringing low those that would dare raise blades and barrels against the Valkyrie's forces. Wherever Zenithrax's feet tread, the ground heaves and breaks, dropping her enemies to the ground in horror. Dropping her enemies to the ground in horror as she sweeps across battlefields with utter contempt for those that would oppose Valorak. There is little escape from the Soul Weaver's reach. Those that try to flee find fast-moving tails darting under the crest of the earth and thrusting up through the surface and impaling enemies from below. Holy crap! Oh my gosh. This is the miniature, right? This is everything we've been talking about since the beginning when Heroscape was first announced, is this design. I mean, holy crap. And it is a massive miniature, as we saw. So I think based off what it says, she has reach, some sort of special attack that allows her tails to jut maybe 3 or 4 hexes away and attack people. Additionally, it says as she moves, the ground heaves and cracks and damages enemies. So I think if you decide to fly, nothing happens. But I bet there's going to be an ability where if you're walking with Zenithrax, that it somehow deals damage to nearby units. Almost like Trample Stomp from Torkel Na. I'm sure it operates similar to that, where as you move along, you're doing damage as you move along the ground versus flying. Just an immense miniature, and sounds amazing design. So, oh man, I'm pumped for that. And here we are at the final design. I just have to say this, you guys. In the midst of chaos, there is also opportunity. Happy Friday. This is going to blow your mind. It blew my mind. It's blown everyone's mind. Everyone's talking about it this morning. I cannot contain my excitement. This is so freaking amazing. This is it. Nothing else. They just posted the picture. A penguin with a machine gun. Now, for all of you out there who have no idea what that even means, that's fine. For all of you that do, this is the most amazing thing ever. It is so incredible. And I'll get into the details and the context of why, but let's first just take a look at the miniature, and then I'll do some sharing. It's a penguin with a friggin' Gatling machine gun. Well, not a Gatling gun, I guess, but a freaking, machine gun. He's got ammo on his back to feed the machine gun. He's got, looks like ammo missiles. He's a dope helmet and look, and he's got a freaking rocket launcher. That actually looks like a ground to air missile launcher. So, specializes against air units. He's got a dope cape. He's got this sweet, bird skull chain or a claw, almost like a claw foot, kind of like how you wear a bunny foot for good luck. Maybe it's some sort of token there. We also notice this kind of penguin-looking design. It doesn't look like any of the Valkyrie generals' logos, so maybe it's his own, faction or race. But you guys, this is... This is just amazing. It's a freaking penguin with a machine gun. Okay, but the reason I'm excited and laughing, I have to explain why. So, to provide some context, a penguin with a machine gun has been a massive meme in the Heroscape community from the very, very beginning. Okay, and I'm gonna show you where it originated. And we're gonna take a little step back in history really quick. But the short answer is it's a massive meme, right? From the very beginning. And so we were kind of joking for 12 plus years, actually more than 12 years now, about, fun designs and things, right? And that's always been consistent. In fact, it's even a reputation marker. So like on heroscapers.com, you have all those little tags at the top right for how much reputation you have. And those reputation markers have little like little blurbs, like they say different things. Like mine right now says Sir Heroscape is hot lava death, or or whatever. And you gain new markers and new little blurbs based off of your reputation, right? And they're all standard, right? There's like 15 of them, and so you get one at different milestones in your reputation. And so one of them is XYZ or whoever, so Sir Heroscape is a penguin with a machine gun, right? And so it's been a part of the community. It's also been a meme in terms of concept, like, oh yeah, that'd be fun. Hey, we're gonna get our penguin with a machine gun. People have been saying, hey, C3V, make a penguin with a machine gun for the customs community, right? And people have done their own customs, right? They've found their own miniatures and done that. And so it's just been a massive meme. Where did it come from? Where did it originate, though? That is the question. And we're going to answer that. So, Majora's Incarnation found it. He found it. It's 2007, February 2nd, podcast interview with Craig Van Ness. And this is back in the days of Truth. Truth is the one that owns Heroscapers.com, I believe, or sets it up. You at the very front page, you see Truth is there. He's also very involved in terms of like admin notifications and posts and things. You'll see him kind of everywhere on the site, and so that's been a very central. He's been a very central member at the beginning. Now he does a podcast interview with Craig Van Ness, and so Majora was like, "Hey, I wonder where the meme even started." He did his research this morning, tagged me, and so now I'm presenting it. And so thank you to Majora, who is awesome for doing that research. We are going to listen to that, a short blurb. It's a 30-minute podcast. Feel free to go and check it out if you want. I'll link it in the description. But we're going to listen to a short blurb where he discusses this. And that's where it originates, you guys. We're going to see where the meme originated. And now we're going to see where it comes to fruition.
Okay, I've got some more questions for you to say no comment on. Pirates. Will we see pirates? They've been asking for pirates for years.
We're looking at pirates.
Oh, excellent.
We're looking at probably
everything that they say.
You guys would think of. Like
which would include
dwarven miners, grunt riders, goblins, kobolds, wizards.
An Einar dragon and/or war elephant.
Einar dragon. War elephants, skeletons, golems,
Vidar Kyrie,
penguins with machine guns. It's maybe not penguins with machine guns.
I think that's going to be the subline to this show: penguins with machine guns.
So really, really cool that we got to see that back context, that backstory or context to the penguin with the machine gun. I mean, you guys. It's a penguin with a frickin' machine gun. The age-old meme of Heroscape is alive and well, and it is getting its own miniature. And if you listen to that full podcast, it's cool to just hear, again, from 2007, right? Craig talking about Heroscape, and talking about the different unit designs, ideas and stuff. And just the fact that he threw out there, oh yeah, like penguin with a machine gun. Yeah, we're not going to do that. Yeah, it's just it's just for fun, just being funny. It's like, dude, that's where the meme came from, and now he's actually doing it. Like, what the heck? That is amazing. Like, that is incredible. So just super cool stuff. And what that means is that they are listening. Because, people in Discord were asking for it. They're saying, hey, yeah, give us a penguin with a machine gun. Hey, give us war grunt mammoths. Right? Oh, sure, give us this, that, and the, right? They listen. We have cool ideas. We create ideas. I mean, obviously, some of those ideas were already there, right? Penguin with the machine gun's been around. But, war mammoths came out of the Discord. That's not confirmed. But, hey, it could be, right? I mean, all kinds of different ideas. No idea is a bad idea. I mean, they've got lots of ideas. The design team is on no shortage of ideas, but how much more awesome would it be to, if there's a good idea from the Discord community, coming up and discussing fun different things, why not? Why not, do something fun from the community that was being discussed? So really exciting stuff. Especially, when we started discussing names for the penguin, they're saying Kowalski. So for those of you that know the reference, I'm in love with that. I'm like, absolutely, it's got to be Kowalski. Please make his name Kowalski. Sergeant Kowalski would be awesome, or Sergeant Private, or something. Anyway, the other, or someone else says a Rico, right? A few different good names for Mr. Penguin would be legit. So we'll see what they do. So in addition to all these, designs, there are a few more nuggets. I'm just going to jump in and cover really quick. And here we have in Carmine just talking a little bit to us. Skywhale is talking about the voice actor, right? He said, didn't someone say they hired a voice actor at some point because they were just discussing about Heroscape lore? And Carmine says, yeah, that video is in the can and ready for next Saturday. So you guys, next Saturday when they do this, we're going to be able to hear some epic voiceovers, or I'm assuming, right? They did confirm on the Discord that there's a voiceover, so there's going to be some sort of trailer or video or content where the professional actors are going to be participating. So very cool. Another little nugget is, and Carmine posted this crest of the Valkyrie. Now, he didn't confirm whose it is, but like 99% sure it's Valorac's, because we already have Revna, right? We have all the other original Valkyries, and we don't know if there's anyone else. They've only confirmed Revna and Volorak, and so pretty dang sure this is Volorac's crest. So this is confirmed, a crest. Now again, we don't know exactly if it's confirmed whose, but I'm going to say Volorak. So we know this is going to be in the Heroscape stuff. And another little nugget, something that I didn't know, is that Anatar was talking about just Volorak in general, and had mentioned in the comment the pronoun his. And Carmine's response was, star she, right, to correct Anatar, basically saying, no, actually it's a she. And I didn't know that, right? And that's super dope, right? So just again, another fun little nugget. So watch out, because they sound BA. And that is it for today. I know, that's it. But that was a lot, right? We got a few different confirmations on a few different things. We got 10 new figures, though I think 8 designs, if I'm counting correctly. Because the unique squad was 4 figures. So tons of new information about these new miniatures, tons of exciting things to be just over the hill for. I just can't stop thinking about Penguin with a Machine Gun, you guys. Like, that just means so much. It means they're listening. It means they're invested in, the fun things and the niche and the things about the Heroscape community that are just, been around for a while. Because the design team has been part of the community for a while. So, yeah, get your pocketbooks ready, you guys. Mine is open, and it is going to have a field day, because I want this thing to be so successful that, Hasbro just will not consider ever going away from the Heroscape brand. Will it happen? Yeah, you never know. Future is an undetermined thing, right? But if we can control a small part of Heroscape's future, we can do it with our pocketbooks. And I'm not advocating for spending all your life savings. I'm not advocating for, buying what you can't buy, right? But stay within your means. I'm trying to remain, neutral here. I don't want to go, making you guys sound like you got to spend all your money. What I'm trying to advocate for is just, this is a great opportunity for us to kind of bring our community back, bring the game back. And if you have it within your means, maybe take a little small investment of your paycheck and make it happen, because they're doing their best to make it happen for the community. And so unfortunately, it's a business. They have to make money. So we kind of have to show them that money at some point. So anyway, that's it for me. This has been awesome. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.